Slide 1. Title and Introduction. Welcome to the Clinical Blueprint. Today we aren't just discussing protocols, we are architecting a data-driven, hospital-wide nervous system designed to continuously identify risk and engineer safety. Slide 2. The 5 foundational pillars. A high-performance program rests on 5 pillars. Under the roof of patient safety and quality improvement, we have 1. A multidisciplinary HICC. 2. A localized IPC manual. 3. An integrated antimicrobial stewardship program. 4. Continuous staff education. And 5. A dedicated annual budget for infection control measures. Slide 3. Anatomy of governance versus execution. Organizationally, we divide the program into 2 layers. The administrative layer, HICC, handles high-level policymaking, resource allocation, and priority setting. The operational layer, HICT, is the engine room that drives ground-level implementation through daily audits and active surveillance. Slide 4. HICC composition, the Board of Governance. Administrative control is held by the chairperson, the medical superintendent. The core operations unit, the HICT, consists of the member secretary, head of microbiology, the infection control officer, and the infection control nurses. They are supported by a diverse branch of clinical heads, nursing superintendents, and support services like CSSD, engineering, and pharmacy. Slide 5. Mandated staffing ratios. For a program to be effective, it must meet baseline capacity metrics. We require 1 dedicated infection control officer, ICO, per 1,000 total beds. Nursing ratios are more intensive, 1 full-time ICN per 100 acute care beds, or 1 per 150 to 250 long-term care beds. Slide 6. The Infection Control Officer, ICO. The ICO must be a full-time clinical microbiologist or ID physician with a deep background in hospital epidemiology. Their command domains are critical: supervising HAI data collection, leading outbreak investigations, coordinating the AMSP antibiotic policy, and conducting unannounced surveillance audits. Slide 7. ICNs versus link nurses. The ICN is a full-time bridge between the wards and the HICC, responsible for direct HAI data collection and bundle audits. To support them, we utilize link nurses, localized ward staff who act as the eyes and ears to motivate peers and enable effective local practice when the ICN is elsewhere. Slide 8. The Environmental Bridge, IPC Lab Technician. The IPC Lab Tech connects the central microbiology lab to clinical areas. Their duties include conducting scheduled air and surface cultures in OTs, surveillance of hospital water campus, including endotoxin detection in dialysis units, and rapid diagnostic testing for blood-borne viruses following needle stick injuries. Slide 9. HICC meeting and documentation protocols. Governance must have a steady rhythm. Preparation begins 7 days out with the meeting agenda. On meeting day, the ICO presents reports on HAI rates and compliance audits. Crucially, the minutes must result in clear action points with assigned responsibilities attached to specific medical or operational personnel. Slide 10. Systemic Function 1. Targeted HAI Surveillance. Our primary diagnostic radar is targeted surveillance. We focus on the 4 major healthcare-associated infections: CAUTI, CLABSI, VAP, and SSI. This allows for rigorous data aggregation and monthly trend analysis to pinpoint systemic failures. Slide 11. Systemic Function 2. Outbreak Response and AMSP. In an outbreak, the program deploys an immediate strategy for detection and source tracing. Simultaneously, the AMSP wing works to develop and strictly enforce localized antibiotic policies, recommending remedial measures to neutralize drug-resistant pathogens. Slide 12. Systemic Function 3. Occupational Health. The program also protects the healthcare worker through mandatory induction training and strict immunization mandates for hepatitis B and influenza. We establish 24/7 nodal centers for managing occupational exposures like needle stick injuries, ensuring all incidents are tracked in electronic registers. Slide 13. Synthesis, the continuous quality improvement loop. In conclusion, an infection control program is not a static document. It is an infinite loop. Ground data is captured by ICNs and lab techs, analyzed by the ICO, approved by the HICC, and redeployed back to the wards as updated policies. This cycle is the ultimate defense against nosocomial threats.